Whether Playmobil or Lego, imagine you have your own 3D printer at home, which can make the brick that's often missing, or better still, all of them. It still sounds utopian, but a machine that lets children design and create their own toys sounds like a technology you might find useful, and not only at home. Today we want to present the Zeitgeist 3D printing to you. Whenever the subjects of digitization of the economy and Industry 4.0 come up, there's no avoiding this technology. Manufacturers of the new generation of printers are finding more and more potential applications, which promises strong growth in these sectors. The shares have had a real roller coaster ride in the recent years. Looking at the risks and opportunities, now is an auspicious time to enter the market.
A human brain coming out of a 3D printer. At the moment, it's still a vision, but experts reckon that it will be possible to use 3D printers to create complete human organs or individual parts of them in just a few years from now. Besides medicine, this new technology is in demand above all in the aerospace and automotive industries, and also in the plastics industry. 1 in 2 car makers, for example, is planning for the future with parts made by 3D printers.
The consulting company EY recently presented its 3D printing report with an in-depth appraisal of the market. And I'm very pleased to say that one of the 2 authors of the study is with us today. Ms. Karewska, what's the potential of this technology?
As production technology, 3D printing opens completely new horizons for the companies. It can be a game changer, since 3D printing enables companies to establish new business models. With 3D printing, products with new and complex structures can be created. This offers companies a chance to create new value add for the existing clients or gain new clients. Companies can also apply 3D printing for gaining efficiency in the value chain.
How strongly is this market growing?
Almost 1 in 4 companies worldwide have already gained experience with 3D printing. As a result, in the last 5 years, the demand for 3D printing systems and related services has increased and drove market growth with an annual rate of 28%. We expect that this trend will continue and market will grow by at least 25% annually until 2020.
The current trend in 3D technology is towards industrial pre-series and series production, which will ensure high growth in this sector. More and more companies are also already using 3D technology to make end products. Business consultants EY see growth in this area in the next 5 years, above all in China and South Korea.
Okay, then let's ask investment expert and capital market analyst at Baader Bank, Robert Halver. Would you invest in this sector now?
3D printing sounds very theoretical, but in fact it's very practical. For example, if anyone who wants a pair of sports shoes goes to Nike, Reebok, Puma or Adidas and says, "This is the shoe I want," goes to the store and takes home the shoes they've set their heart on the same day. And the car industry too will certainly see the chassis coming out of a 3D printer. It's a technology everyone will be talking about. Invest.
Many thanks, Robert. That sounds like that there's a lot of imagination in this area. So let's ask Dominik Müller. He's working as a financial market analyst at the oldest private bank in Switzerland, Rane and Bodmer, with a lot of experience in the technology sector. How do you assess the situation? What are the opportunities and where are the risks?
I think there's no doubt 3D printing will remain a growth story as entire new industries will adopt it. However, let's not forget it is a comparatively young industry and it's got its teething problems and quality issues, and specifically industrial customers are hesitant currently to take on the new technology for mission critical parts. That means growth is there, growth is to come, but maybe at a somewhat slower pace in the next couple of quarters than some investors might expect.
Giles Keating in London, president of the Werthstein Institute. Of course, we have to talk about valuations, and you're always looking very closely at this point. So what's the story here?
I think it is a good time. I mean, if we look back, the shares in 3D printing companies have followed a kind of hype cycle So that means that they rose very rapidly several years ago, then they fell back, and now they've recovered. And that suggests to me that although there could be a period of brief consolidation, that we are potentially at the start of a long, ongoing upswing across many years.
Many thanks, Giles Keating. Sustained growth over the next few years, as Giles said, is a hallmark of a Werthstein Zeitgeist. The next quantum leap in 3D printing technology for both industry and private users should be just around the corner. And if you want to benefit from it, add the Zeitgeist 3D printing to your portfolio now.